Hi, French fries and tadpoles. How's everyone doing today? This is Cassie Chats, and I'm Cassie. And I figure since it's Sunday, we will do another episode of Today in History, or On This Day. Usually it's On This Day, but it's Today in History. Whichever. I enjoyed doing it so much. I enjoyed looking up the statistics for this segment that I really enjoyed it, and I thought, well, maybe I could do it again tomorrow. We'll see how it works out. I don't know. It just beats, I guess, talking about the Meghan Markle of it all. It beats talking about Harry. It beats gossiping. It beats talking bad about people, really. So I'm just trying to do something different from what I've ever seen on YouTube, and I thought maybe someone would get a thrill out of it. I don't know. We'll see. But today, it being Sunday, September the 21st, I figured I'd do a little bit of this has a lot in it, so maybe I'll just take some and leave what is not important, I guess. But today, on this day, today in history, in 1792, the French Revolution, the National Convention passes a proclamation announcing the formal abolition of the French monarchy. So that is when Marie Antoinette was in France, being queen, and someone has signed and said, "Okay, no more French monarchy. We're done. And she was the last queen. And I can't think of his name. Oh my gosh, the king. It was no more. I think it was King Louis. No, maybe. Okay. In 1915, Cecil Chubb buys the prehistoric monument Stonehenge for £6,600, and then gives it to the British History Society. Gives it to the British nation. That's what it is. And that was in 1915. So Stonehenge was actually a private collection at one time, even though it's a prehistoric society, prehistoric being. It was actually owned by a private being. I never knew that. I thought it was always just a historic being. I mean, I guess things over time, things change. In 1922, the U.S. President, Warren G. Harding, signs a joint resolution approval to establish a Jewish homeland in Palestine. So, Palestine. Warren G. Harding did that in 1922. In 1949, Mao Zedong and Chinese communist leaders proclaimed the People's Republic of China. And that was in 1949. And we're going to go to movies and TV. And J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit is published by George Allen and Unwin in London. Milton Berle becomes the permanent host at NBC's TV show Texaco Star Theater. And I think I do remember watching some of that. It says 1948, but I think I watched it like on reruns, watching with my grandmother, maybe. The Texaco Star Theater. Milton Berle, he was notorious in a way, wasn't he? Perry Mason, starring Raymond Burr, and this was in 1957. It premiered on CBS TV. I love that show. I love watching that show with my older aunts and uncles and my grandma. I love that show. Based on this, the Raymond Burr character was based on detective writer Earl Stanley Gardner. So this was actually based on a writer's imagination. It's kind of neat. I thought I guess they do write things. You have to come from somewhere, I guess. 1968, the police drama Adam 12. Anybody watch that? I did as well. Adam 12 premieres on NBC in the U.S. 1970. This is an interesting little tidbit for all you sports people out there. Monday Night Football. 1970 was created by Rune Arledge. Premieres on ABC. And the game was the Browns were at 31 and the Jets were at 21. That was that game in 1970. Monday Night Football, the first of many. And now it just seems to be everywhere. It seems to be all people can talk about Monday Night Football. That's all my spouse watches. Wrestling and football, it seems like. Oh, wrestling and sports. We'll just go with sports. That's general enough. In 1986, 38th Emmy Awards. The Golden Girls were winners. Cagney Lacey were winners. And Michael J. Fox also had to win 1986, the Emmy Awards. That's kind of, I think I remember that, to be honest. It's when I was young and watched what my mama watched and didn't have a choice in what I had to watch. But I loved watching those shows. I love watching. They just become more redundant though as you get older, I suppose. And in 1998, the comedy Will and Grace premiered. That was a big cult. Well, it had a big cult following at one time. The birthdays of Maurice Barrymore of the Barrymore clan, and yes, we are talking about Drew. He was born in 1849. 1912, Charles Chuck Jones, an animator, is his birthday from 1912. The animator, like Bugs Bunny, Tasmanian Devil, that kind of thing. I think he also did Tom and Jerry. I can't remember, but he did Warner Brothers. He was Warner Brothers, so maybe not. Spokane, Washington. So, and we have Larry Hagman. Does anybody remember Larry Hagman from, or am I just that old? From Dallas. And the funny thing is that in 1931, Larry Hagman is from Fort Worth, Texas. I had no idea. And then he later starred in Dallas, which was based out of Texas. Kind of neat. In 1935, Henry Gibson, an American actor, comedian from Germantown, Pennsylvania. I think he did Laugh In and things like that with all the comedy shows, all those in the 70s that we used to do. And in 1944, Fannie Flagg was born in Birmingham, Alabama. She is a comedian and an actress, and she actually wrote Fried Green Tomatoes, I do believe, and she also starred in it. Well, not star. She did a cameo appearance. I can't remember her character. I know she was in it, though. She was like one of the coaches, one of the mental coaches. Anyway. 1950, Bill Murray. Yes, that Bill Murray. Ghostbusters, Stripes, all that kind of thing. He was born in Evanston, Illinois. Yes, he was. David Collier from Full House. Uncle Joey. I think that's right. Uncle Joey. He's an American actor. He was born in Detroit. I always thought he was from Canada because he dated Alanis Morissette. Alanis Morissette's very first song, You Ought to Know, is about him. So I always thought he was from Canada. I don't know. But no, it says Detroit. In 1962, Rob Morrow from Northern Exposure was born in New Rochelle, New York. Now, I remember him. I always thought he was kind of going places. And then he did Northern Exposure. He did a couple of guest stars on some other shows. I thought he was kind of, a good-looking guy, and he was going places, but it seems like he just did Northern Exposures and then got out of there. So I don't know anything about where he is. 1967, Faith Hill, the singer who is married to Tim McGraw. 1967, she is from Ridgeland, Mississippi. 1968, Ricky Lake was born in New York City, New York. 1971, Alfonso Ribeiro was born in New York City. 1971, Luke Wilson, Owen Wilson's brother. Luke Wilson did the, not Clueless, it's where, it's Reese Witherspoon. It's like she's the lawyer kind of thing. I can't remember. But he was the lawyer in those movies. 1980, Robert Hoffman, an American YouTube pioneer. Of course, I had to put this on here. Robert Hoffman, a YouTube pioneer, was born in 1980. He also starred in She's the Man, or was in She's the Man. He was born in Gainesville, Florida. I was in Gainesville, Florida one time. I kind of got stranded there. Had to rent a car and get out. Not really stranded. Oh, long story. Nicole Richie was born on this day in 1981 in Berkeley, California. And she is not really Nicole Richie. She's adopted, so she was born to her parents. Lionel Richie adopted her later. So that I do know. Anyway, I'm all about the trivia. I'm all about the on this day. I'm all about history. I'm all about things like I like things like that. I used to go to work when I worked, and I had a man ask me, "Why do you know all this?" And I'm like, I don't know. I just have useless knowledge just floating up there. But looking up this was a lot of fun. I love looking at things like this. And again, it's called Today in History or onthisday.com. And then I didn't get the Facebook National Day, so I don't know what the National Day of today is. So that you're going to have to just skip for me. How's everybody doing this week? I am Cassie. If you like my content, please like, subscribe. Leave me a comment down below, right down there. See, I got my pen ready to go. Let's leave a comment down below. You are goofy. Good enough. Good enough. Or you can leave me a ribbit and leave me a frog. That's awesome. And just hit the notification bell. Let me know that, let YouTube know that my content is being liked and I'm having interactions with it, and they'll recommend my videos a little bit more. There's a classier way to say it, and this really, really talented YouTube person says it really well, and I've just got to string along and make it longer. But I don't want to copy anybody. I'm really not trying to copy anybody, and I think that's what YouTube is good for, is not copying everybody. You have your own content. You have your own niche about you. So, I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do the on this day. I don't know if I'm going to find something else. So, we'll just have to see how it plays out. I know next weekend I have to go to Alabama to celebrate my Freckles' birthday. Other than that, I can't tell you anything. I just know what I'm doing today. And my husband's in bed sick. He's been sick for a couple of days, so I don't even know if he'll be going to work tomorrow, and that's going to be a shame. Not that, just that he'll miss more work. I hate that he's sick. I really do. It's a cold. And I did wake up kind of nasally yesterday, but I'm just hoping that it's just, when it's in your mind that something's going to happen, you start thinking it, you start feeling it, and now I'm like, okay, I'm just not going to get sick this time. And of course, I've been sick all year. If you know me, if you've been listening to me, you know I've been sick all year. And we're talking just not just cold sick, but sick. But yeah, I'm Cassie, and this is Cassie Chats. I just wanted to come and chat with you all and tell you about today in history. How did you feel about that? Had the French Revolution had been signed. Like they didn't want the French monarchy anymore. That's kind of cool. So we have a president over in France now. Is that how that works, or does the Queen take over? I think the Queen takes over. I have to look that up. I really have to look that up. The Queen, the King. I'm sorry. I'm so used to the Queen. King Charles. Sorry. Anything else happening? Anybody planning birthdays? Is today your birthday? Leave me a comment. Let me know. We'll say happy birthday to you here on record. That would be awesome. I would love to do that for you. Is it an anniversary? Is it a date of something special? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Leave me a comment. Let me know something. I'm glad that you are here. Thank you for joining me. I'm very grateful. Again, like, subscribe, do all the good things. YouTube needs to know that I have viewer interaction. It will promote my videos a little bit more, and that's awesome. That's awesome. I really greatly, greatly appreciate it. Right now, I think I have to go clean somewhere. I have things to do in a little bit, and I'm gonna get off here and get off everybody's nerve. I hope everybody has the best day. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I hope you do something that makes you feel alive. I hope you do something that makes you feel grateful. I hope you do something that makes you love somebody a little harder today. I hope everything's great with you and that everybody is safe. Have a good day. See you later. Bye.